I'm Violet Esteppe, and welcome to Movie Screens, the hottest rock video show in Atlanta. Today I would like to start by welcoming our special guest, Chris McKay, and the Critical Darlings to our show.
Hello. Thanks for having us out.
So how has everybody been?
We're okay. It was funny, people thought we were gigolos, like waiting out by the side of the road because it was our car was overheating. So we had to just turn it off and wait outside for a while, and Joe came strutting up after doing something under a railroad trestle. And people were waving like dollar bills outside the window, catcalling, whistling. I get pinched a lot.
I require $5.
Okay.
But we paid for our trip home, so we're good.
All right, well first I would like to start by having you to introduce yourself and tell us what your part is in the band and how you got connected.
Who's up? I guess I'm Chris McKay. I guess Frank and I started this thing, what, 3-4 years ago? Something like that. It's been a while now. And now it's over to this one, whoever he may be.
Right. Chris and I actually met at Fat Camp a number of years ago. I think I was up to about 300 pounds, and he was something like, he was in the 4s. I can't remember how much it was.
Really?
But I didn't like him at first because I was, one of the skinny kids. And I thought he was like pretty uncool, but he wrote good songs and he had a guitar, and I was totally fascinated by that. And sometimes he would let me play the guitar, so I'd let him, come over and we would have gummy dinosaurs or something like that.
Which you were not supposed to have, ever.
But, dude, we were rebels. But it was very, they took their weight loss therapy. It was kind of a cross between Subway and the Suzuki method, if you're familiar with that, where they'll stand a kid like in the middle of a room with a violin and just make him hold it for something like 3 hours. So they'd make us do that with sandwiches for something like 3 hours.
Oh, wow.
Like a lot of upper body strength, and got over our craving of sandwiches. But and in that time, we learned how to, somewhat master a music instrument. Somewhat. Enough to get by.
So do you still eat sandwiches?
I do. I have 5 footlongs a day and walk 8 miles. And miraculously, I've lost my train of thought.
Who are you guys?
Joe Orr, lead guitar, lead vocals. I was a counselor at the Fat Camp, junior counselor. My job was to go around and poke the campers with sticks at the flag ceremonies.
We hated him.
Alright, I'm Joshua Harrison. I'm used to being the last guy. I'm in the back. I'm the drummer. I'm keeping the rhythm section down. I moved here from Asheville, North Carolina. I was in a hippie band and got kind of tired of that, and I came to Athens to go to UGA. Then I met these guys on the one ads, looking for a sexy male to do the percussion in the background.
Well, we were looking for a model.
Well, we had hoped for next Chippendales at least.
But I wasn't that. But I got what I got. And so I joined up with them. Well, I had to actually keep calling and calling and calling, and they were ignoring my phone calls. And I hate when that happens.
In the band until we gained 12 pounds.
Yeah, and so then we got together and had a first practice, and they hated me. But Joe made sure that I got to come back, and then everything worked out after that.
Yeah, and Joe didn't mention to you that his other job in the band, which we didn't even touch ours. This is the bass player. I'm guitar, vocals. Joe is also human resources,
and a scientist.
That's true. I forgot about the science part. It's been a while.
Independent scientist.
Right. But see, when Joe, our old counselor, tells us that we have to have Josh, eventually we kind of gotta. And luckily, Joe was right.
Well, it sounds at some point you guys hated each other, and then finally you learned to like each other.
It waxes and wanes.
We always liked each other. It was just musical taste. Being in a jam band, I actually don't have to listen about the music. I just play whatever, and
not anymore.
And not anymore. I get to play what they want me to play, but it's fun. I've grown a whole lot being a musician because of that.
That's awesome.
And by the way, we currently do not like each other.
Yeah.
We're on an off day.
Yes. Which is a good on day, because usually the anger will translate.
Okay, cool. All right, now Chris, why don't you tell us how old you were when you first started singing and what made you want to put the band together?
The honest answer to that is as far back as I can remember. I can't even tell you how old. My grandmother was a Southern gospel singer, and the first memories I have are sitting around the entire family with gigantic acoustic guitars, and in my mind it's like this, because I would have one too. And that's the way I still see that in my mind. But yeah, I can't tell you. I have no idea. My entire life I have been playing and singing and trying to sing harmony. And luckily now I have Joe to do that. And he's even better.
Cool. And what was your inspiration? Who's inspired you guys as a group?
Well, if you're asking about my inspiration to actually be playing, it's because I have no choice. I mean, I really don't. If I had another choice other than to be a musician, I think I would take it. And I really think that's common with most musicians. We feel like we have to, for some reason, do this thing. And you guys, you want to feel that?
I totally agree, because I don't even know what I would do if I wasn't a drummer. I mean, I'm not good at anything else. And hopefully I'm good enough at being a drummer to please people. So I love to make people dance. That's why I'm a drummer.
Sounds like a good answer.